Hello everybody, it's Julia here from the Highly Sensitive Tarot, and I'm here today with my reflections of my month of October. I hope it won't be too long a video. There's only a few things to chat about really. I wanted to show you my lovely George. Is it George? George who's got to be flea'd today, so he won't be very happy after that, will he? This is my lovely Samhain altar. I've got some oak leaves on there and some acorns and bits and pieces. And this is my lovely windowsill with all my little sort of Halloween-y bits as well. And some pretty flowers that I was bought last week. I'm going to take you outside actually and show you the progress with my garden also. And then I'll put the tripod up and I'll sit and talk a little bit. So this is the garden. As you can see, I now have a lovely new patio, which I'm so chuffed about, to be honest. Yeah, as you can see, it's covered in leaves. We've been working quite hard, me and my other half Pete, in the garden. We've pulled all the ivy off the fences and chopped all the pyracantha down. Still got a big pile of bits in the garden. Pete's been digging. I had some kind of shrub in my garden. I don't know what it was, but I couldn't seem to pull it up without it breaking, and I couldn't get the roots up, so Pete sort of dug it all up for me. But I think this weekend we plan to sort of finish off in the garden and put a cover down to kill the grass for the winter, so that next spring it can be dug over. And Pete's also been, you can't really see, can you? Stand over here. Pete's also been digging round here as well, because this bit here up to my gate is really very uneven. So he's been digging that over and raking it and digging it and raking it, and hopefully that will all be kind of even at some point. But as you can see, my little garden is starting to get there, isn't it? The structure's sort of beginning to be put in. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that. So we're out the front now. I can't remember if in my last video my gate was already in, but this is out the front of my garden currently, which I've not really done anything with just yet. I've just had the gate put in and the fence sort of tidied up, so I'm really pleased with that. I just wanted to show you this beautiful tree here. Look at that, look at the colours on it. I don't think the red is actually coming through properly, but isn't that gorgeous? I'm standing under my lovely oak tree at the moment. Let's see if I can show you that. It's my lovely oak tree, and the ground is covered in old acorns and leaves, and I've got a few little flowers still growing, but I really haven't done anything at all out the front here just yet. I've just been sort of concentrating on the back. Okay, and here I am back again. So yeah, so that's my outside. As you can see, it's beautifully autumn-like here at the moment. The weather's quite mild actually. It's really, it's overcast today, but it's quite mild. It's been really nice actually, the weather most of the time in October. It's Wednesday today. I'm not sure when I'll upload this, probably nearer the end of the week after Samhain, after Halloween. I'm not sure. I'll see how I get on. I'm just trying to think really about my month of October. I obviously started the Drop 'em 78 challenge in October, and I've just come to the end of the Pentacles. I've recorded 2 videos, a weekly video, 2 videos, and yesterday I think was the first day of the Wands. I think I'm on the 2 of Wands today. So Yeah, and I'm actually really enjoying that. I think it's been really good for me because I'd kind of lost my way over the summer with my tarot cards. Um, I think moving house, it's not easy, is it? When you've got a lot of jobs to do, a lot of things to do, a lot of things on your mind, it's quite hard to sit and sort of introspect and reflect and use my cards in the way that I like to. So yeah, it's been really good actually to start this challenge and to have two such cool decks really, the Curious Travels and the El Goliath. The El Goliath I've had for quite a while and not ever really sort of got to grips with, and the Curious Travels is a very new deck, and I just fell in love with this deck as soon as I saw it really. So they've been a good pair of decks really to sort of compare and think about. And actually doing the Pentacles, I found that every day there was definitely something for me to reflect upon that was personal to me from that card. So it's been a good journey so far, and I hope that I can stick to it throughout the next couple of months, because we'll be going right up until December the 31st, I think, won't we? So yeah, there's that. But I've also continued on with my tarot top trumps, the tag started by Marsha. I think we've only got 3 more cards left to do: the Sun, Judgment and the World. So we're coming to the end of that. I've not really managed to do a great deal else. I've not really done any tags. Yeah, sorry, it's annoying me. There we go, it's a bit better. It's not really, is it? It's not really. Yeah, I've not really done any other tags, and I usually really do enjoy doing VRs, and I'm kind of frustrated with myself that I haven't had any more energy or time recently, because I would have loved to have had a go at the 13 nights of Samhain. I think that quite a lot of people are doing. I've watched little bits and pieces here and there, and it looks fascinating. Also Luna at the Creatrix Way, she's started a little series of videos sort of having a second look at some of her decks, and I thought that was a lovely idea as well, and I would have liked to have done a VR to that myself, but again, lacking time and energy. And also the Consulting Crones, I've not watched their lives just because I think they're at a bad time for me actually in the UK, but I have watched some of their recordings sort of the next day or the day after. Not all of them, because I just don't I don't seem to have the focus really these days to sit for an hour and a half and listen to people talking, which sounds terrible, I know, but that's kind of the state that I've found myself in recently. But I've been really, what I have seen of their videos, I have really enjoyed, and I think it's a fantastic idea. I feel, really good on them, the ladies that are doing the Consulting Crones. I think that's a fantastic idea, because there's a lot of us women of a certain age on YouTube at the moment, so I think that's a really nice idea. So yeah, they're mainly who else have I been watching? Oh, Susie G, she's just recently started a channel called Tartaria with Love, and I had watched a little of her stuff in the past about astrology, but she started looking at Tartaria, which is a subject that I'm really interested in, that I really enjoy, so I've been watching her videos as well. I'm trying to think. I haven't really watched a great deal else in sort of tarot tube. I've been finding that my brain is just tired really a lot of the time, and so I've been, when I've finished all my chores and all the things I have to do, I've just been listening to audiobooks, And what am I listening to at the moment? The Wylding Hall, is it? I may have got that wrong. I can't even remember the author. It's about a folk band, and the singer and the writer of this folk band disappears in this hall or this mansion. It's a kind of supernaturally type mystery, but if that sounds like something you might be interested in, do ask me in the comments and I will look it up properly and let you know the name of the book. But again, I'm sorry, that just goes to show, doesn't it? I find I'm listening to audiobooks and falling asleep. I find if I put YouTube on, I'm falling asleep. And a lot of it is menopausal issues, really, because I'm coming off HRT at the moment. If you know me well, or you listen to my last Dropham 78 video, you'll have heard my mum unfortunately has got breast cancer back again, and she's due to go in for an operation, I think the 11th of November. So that's been a big upset and source of stress in the family, and obviously a big concern to me because I'm 56 now, and so I've been and had a mammogram recently. I'm trying to come off my HRT because I'm aware, well, it depends who you talk to. Some people will tell you there's no real risks of taking HRT and breast cancer, and others will say, no, you shouldn't take it. So I'm trying to come off it. I've been on it about 4 years, and I started it because of hot flushes. I sort of 4, maybe 5 years ago, I just thought I was dying, really. I was going mad. I was having so many hot flushes day and night. I felt like I was soaked all the time. I couldn't think straight. My heart would race. I felt even more anxious than I usually do. I really just didn't feel well. So I started HRT, and that really did help me. That really did turn things around for me. But now, obviously, in light of my mum's second breast cancer, because she had breast cancer about 6 years ago, that has worried me, and made me feel some urgency, really, to come off it. But as I've been cutting it down, I'm now on the tiniest little amount. But as I've been doing that, all those awful issues have come back, and I'm waking up 3 or 4 times in the night every hour or two, and I'm soaked in sweat, and my heart is racing sometimes. I feel like at night time I'm awake more than I'm asleep, and so I'm finding during the day that I have fibromyalgia, so my energy levels are not great anyway, but they've been even worse recently, and I have to really sort of prioritize things at the moment and really manage my time and my energy to sort of survive. And in a way, I have really felt recently like I am just surviving, like I'm doing the bare minimum with everything, really, and have such a lot to do. Like I showed you, we're trying to do the garden. I've still got this room to decorate. I've still got the kitchen to finish decorating because I didn't finish it. I started painting it and I didn't finish it. My bedroom needs a coat of paint. There's my lovely tarot channel, which I would really like to do more with, but I'm just finding that I just don't have the energy. I just literally, I feel slowed up. I'm sure you know what I mean. I'm sure that I'm not the only one that is feeling this way or suffering with these things at this time. So I've also it was like a triple whammy just recently, because obviously I had to book myself in for a mammogram because of my mum. I've had developed this kind of womb issue because my HRT wasn't quite in balance in my body, and so I continued to bleed for a lot longer than I should have done, which meant that my womb thickened up. So I've been and had to have a couple of biopsies of my womb this year, and I had one last week. So last week I had a mammogram and a biopsy, which my partner took me to, thankfully, and, you know, looked after me. But it was very painful and very unpleasant, and I've now got to wait 2 to 4 weeks for the results of the mammogram and the biopsy. So you can imagine, I think, my anxiety at the moment. And you know, at the same time as all that was going on, in the post came a bowel cancer screening test, because in the UK, I think once you hit 55, 56, that sort of age, you get sent out this kit in the post for bowel cancer screening. I can't do that at the moment. I just think I need to get the results of my mammogram and my biopsy and know that I'm okay. And I think then I might do the bowel cancer screening. But at the moment, I'm just overwhelmed with what I've got, really. So yeah, that's my sort of, well, it's not depressing, is it? But that's, I don't mean to moan, or I don't mean to upset anybody with the things I'm saying, because I know that when you're talking about cancer and things like that, it can be quite triggering for people and quite upsetting, and I really don't mean it to be. But this is, you know, it's real life for me. It's what I'm going through at the moment. And like I said, with the Dropham 78, the first suit has been the Pentacles, and the Pentacles has really fit for me because, you know, the Pentacles are all about, you know, your day-to-day life, your life in the external world, your health, your career, your family, money, all of those kind of things. And really this month has been a big month focused on health. And I really hope that November is not. I really hope that I get my results quickly, that my mum's operation goes smoothly and is successful, because they've told her that it's a very small lump and they feel confident they can just take it out. So that is my hope, is that it will just be taken out. I'm aware I'm not looking in the right place at the camera. I keep trying to look at the right place in the camera, but my eyes keep flicking back over this way. So I'm aware that I'm not actually talking properly to you. I'm trying to. I'm sorry. What else have I been doing? Like I said, I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks. I've done the Dropham 78 challenge. What else have I done? Oh, new decks in October. Again, as you can imagine, as I've recently moved house, I haven't got a lot of spare money at the moment, so I haven't been buying so many decks. But I did buy this one, this beautiful deck, Ethereal Visions, and I bought this second hand on eBay, actually, just for £15, and it's in perfect condition. I've sort of eyed this deck a bit over time, but just hadn't really realised what a beautiful deck it is. I think I was maybe put off it in the past because it's very, what's the word I want to use? Pastel-y, maybe? You know, the backs of the cards. I mean, they're beautiful, but I tend to like and enjoy colours that are quite deep and rich, jewel type colours. And I wasn't sure how I felt about this deck really, but oh, look at it. It is, maybe my tastes are changing, I'm not sure. It's very soft and very gentle, and I've only really flicked through it because it only came a couple of days ago, but I can see this becoming a favourite actually. It's very Rider-Waite-Smith, it's easy to read, it's just really, really very pretty. Yeah, that's a lovely deck, isn't it? So yeah, for £15 I was like really pleased to get that. I also bought this deck after, it's called the Gold Foil Tarot, and I had seen Carla, Miss Kulala's Mystical Musings. I may have said that wrong, Carla, I'm sorry if I have done. Again, my brain. But I saw Carla using this deck to do something with a while ago. Again, I can't remember what. But I was just fascinated with it. Which way are the cards round? I got there. I was just absolutely fascinated with it. I bought it from Amazon, and I think it came from China, perhaps. I'm not really sure. But it's just fantastic. Look at it. These are the backs. So you can see all that gold glinting in the light from my window. It's just a Rider-Waite-Smith clone, but it's all been done in all these metallics, all these golds. And I was just mesmerised by it on, have I got those upside down already? I was mesmerised by it on Carla's channel. It looked so cool on camera. Look at it. So yeah, I bought that. It wasn't particularly expensive. It either came from America or China. I'm not really sure where it came from, but it wasn't particularly expensive. And yeah, I'm right pleased with that actually. It's all edged in black. It's a really nice deck actually. The card stock is nice. Everything about it is nice. So yeah, I bought that, and I hadn't meant to buy this one, the Curious Travels deck. I'd seen it on Amazon, and I think the Oneness Emporium and various other places. I'd seen it, but I don't know what it was, but there was something about the box that just put me off. It didn't do anything for me. It didn't kind of inspire anything in me, so I'd sort of kept passing it by. It wasn't even in my wish list really. And then Simon at the Hermit's Cave did a walkthrough of it, and I was just like, wow. I was just like, oh my god, I love it. I absolutely love it. So I bought it straight away from watching it on his channel. I've got all the cards here except the wands actually, because the wands are on my table at the moment ready for me to look at for the Drop 'em 78 challenge. I think it just has one extra card, this deck, which is the Traveller. It's a very much of an animal based deck. There are definitely people in it, but there's a lot of animals in this deck also. It's got little touches and highlights of metallics on it. I just absolutely love it. It reads so well. It's a really cool deck. I've really fallen for this, and again I can see this. I mean, look at the Hermit there. That's really cool, isn't it? I can see this really becoming a firm favourite, and I'm really enjoying this, like I said, as a comparison with the El Goliath deck. They're very, very different energies. The El Goliath is much darker. Yeah, I love this deck. I really do. I'm really, really enjoying this deck. So again, I think that will become a firm favourite. Yeah, so I think that's probably about it. I'm thinking about what my plans are for November. Obviously I shall carry on with the Drop 'em 78 challenge right through till December the 31st. I would imagine we'll be finished with the tarot top trumps over the next few weeks. And then hopefully I'll have, you know, some energy to do a few more VRs and things and get involved in a few more things. I notice a lot of people are doing lives at the moment. There's a lot of live readings, and there's just a lot going on, isn't there, in the tarot community, and I'm sort of sitting watching it a lot of it feeling like I'm getting left behind, like I just don't have the energy to keep up with everybody at the moment. And I'm feeling frustrated and kind of fed up about that. But I also know that it will pass. You know, all of these things will pass. You know, my mum will have her operation and recover and she'll be all right, and my test results will come back all right, and I will be all right, and I will get through this miserable stage of menopause. I will stop sweating at some point. So yeah, everything else in life is just fine. I'm plodding along. Like I said, I've got loads to do, really, more than enough to do and to be getting on with. I just would like that everybody's health is okay. So, but I know that there's a lot of that going on for a lot of people at the moment. It's not just me. But yeah, I think that's about it, really. I can't really think of much else to say. But yeah, I thought I'd put my face on camera, even though I look tired and a bit haggard at the moment. I can't ever seem to get my hair looking nice these days. It always just looks a mess. And I think I've just got to that point as well where I'm so tired that in some ways I just don't even care. So, but anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking by till the end if you have done. Please do say hello, because I do these videos in large part for the community and to have tarot friends and people to chat to. So please do say hello, and I hope that you're all well. Much love to everybody, and I'll see you all again soon.